I got to turn sunglasses off. Am I on?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! Hey, this is Patrick Ralston, Director, Arkansas Arts Council. Putting on my glasses here, taking on my sunglasses. Here with, as always, Scarlett Sims, our Public Information Officer.
Look, I got a new shirt.
Check us out. And always much more, her adornment's always much more exciting than mine. Although I did comb my hair today, that's something. I'm beginning to, this is it's 5 months without a haircut. I think this is the longest it's been since 1993, the infamous Steven Seagal era. Yeah, that was not a good thing. No photographs exist. But anyway, so yeah, Patrick Ralston here, and I'm appearing here from the lobby of the Division of Arkansas Heritage building. I guess we're now also the headquarters for our parent department, the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism. And we are just here to talk, like we always are, every Thursday at 1 o'clock. Talk about the arts council in particular, what we're doing, what programs we have available, what resources are out there, and just try to take your questions if you have any. This is the time you can go ahead and type them in, and we will try to address them on the fly. So just go ahead and ask away. But as you know, the Arkansas Arts Council is, of course, your state arts agency. Every state has one, along with various territories and jurisdictions, and so we are a state agency that is dedicated to supporting the arts, promoting Arkansas arts, Arkansas art education, trying to bring the arts and have the experiences in the arts to every corner of our state. And so, again, we do that through technical service, we do that through grants, we do that through our annual exhibition, and we do it through a couple of award recognition programs that we do to recognize those who have made great achievements in the arts and contributions to the Arkansas artistic portfolio. We define art rather broadly, from literary arts to visual arts, painting, sculpture, to performance, whether it be dance or stage or any musical, however you want to define that. We do cover all of the arts, and we have interest in architecture, just everywhere where people are creating broadly. We have an interest, and we try to support those interests. So,
Grants, the CARES Act relief, everybody's wanting to know.
Everybody wants to know about the CARES Act. The CARES Act grants have been awarded, and everybody's wanted to know. Finally, we did put out our list of recipients. We have released those. I think that those of you who received notice that you were getting a CARES Act grant, you are now hopefully in the process of filling out your paperwork online and getting it back to us so that we can get those funds out to you. I know that they are needed out there right now. So many of you have been working so hard these last 5 months to continue your programs, to continue the hard work of providing arts education or just arts programming for the public. And this is our way to help you out a little bit. I always wish it was more. I do want to say thank you to Stacy Hurst, who is the Secretary of the Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, for helping us out. We finding some extra funds to supplement the funds that we got from the federal government, and we were able to fund 103 programs, so 103 applications. So I'm very happy about that. We also have our regular annual grants that we will be announcing within the next couple of weeks. And so hopefully then we'll be back on track on our grant schedule for the year. And so I'm always excited when we are able to finally get through that and get everybody notified. So we've got several people checking in with us today. Crystal Jennings is here. She's kind of a regular viewer. Marcus Crutchfield, he's turned into a real regular. And there's Sherry LaFew, Sherry Bowberry. But anyway, so today, tomorrow, speaking of Sherry, tomorrow is the deadline for submission for Small Works on Paper traveling exhibition that we do every year. And as you all have heard me say many times, Small Works on Paper is our annual exhibition, juried exhibition of Small Works on Paper. And it is a traveling exhibition. It usually kicks off in January of the year and travels around the state. So this year we are taking applications, taking submissions of your work until tomorrow afternoon. Is it tomorrow? What time? What is our deadline? Is it midnight?
End of business.
Is it end of business? Okay, actually it's the end of business. So it's technically 4:30 p.m. On July 24th, tomorrow, Friday. So I encourage you that if you have a work that fits the parameters, that we encourage you to submit, and you can do that online. And it's we were started as usual. We start getting a real surge of surge is a word we don't often want to hear lately, but this is a good surge. It's not a surge of applications or submissions that come in the last few days. And we've seen although submissions have been down this year, we are seeing a pretty good surge here in the last few days. So if you're still thinking about it, I encourage you to go ahead and submit your work, because we are really talking about, it's always a great selection that we see, always an amazing range, just kind of a glance through the portfolio of what some of our best artists are doing in a particular year. And I have no doubt that this year, under the challenges that we've all been facing, I think that the subject matter will be fascinating. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So get your stuff in tomorrow.
Can we talk about some of the benefits, like we don't take a commission?
That's true. That is really true. We don't, unlike some of you who, especially those of you who submit a lot of work to exhibitions around the country, perhaps around the state. No, we don't take a commission. There is no consignment arrangement with this. What we do is the juror picks, selects the usually about 40 works that will be in the exhibition, and out of that, the juror also has a budget to purchase some of the awards. Has a excuse me, of the works to go in the Arts Council's permanent collection. So usually the juror will purchase for us 2, 3, sometimes 4 works that fit within they think would benefit, really add to our collection. So we do that, but we don't take any commissions. The works are for sale. If you choose to make them for sale, then they are for sale. And we often in the past at our opening reception have often sold as much as 20% of what we have on exhibition. It's the kickoff is always a great time for people who are interested in collecting to take a look at your work. So yet another reason why you might want to consider submitting. And we don't handle the transaction other than to just pass the check from one person to the other. But we don't actually. We don't take any kind of a fee. We're not an agent. We're not a broker. But it's a great program. I mean, it's every year. It's just
and it's free advertising.
It's free advertising.
We do a lot of advertising for our exhibitions.
Yeah, we definitely do a lot of marketing of that exhibition and the people who are in it. Of course, to be in Small Works on Paper, you also have to be listed on the Arkansas Artist Registry. If you're not on the registry, you just do that along with submitting your Small Works application. And Robin McClay, who handles our registry applications, is standing by and waiting in case you need to get yourself listed on the registry and submit to Small Works on Paper. So do it right now. Put down what you're doing and do it right now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Don't wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
Just in case something happens on your end
Because it's Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah. I mean, nobody wants to be waiting around for that on Friday. Nobody wants to be, waiting for their watercolor to dry on the Friday afternoon so they can take a picture of it and submit it.
Yeah. Or just freaking out in general.
That would be me. I would wait till the last minute and do that.
I have waited till the last minute.
I believe
And then
that.
I got hired here, so I didn't even get to submit it.
That's right. Well, we broke you of your bad habits.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got here? I'm having a trouble. Can you read what we got? This is what I was telling. Oh, there's let's see.
Oh,
Janice Kearney. Hey, Janice.
I know, she's great. She's going to do a Get Smart for us coming up in the fall.
That's right. The one she's doing is the memoir writing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Janice Kearney, certainly a literary artist of much renown here in Central Arkansas, and just an amazing writer, and we'll be conducting our memoir workshop online, and so we're excited about that. Janice does a lot of work with us on veterans programs, and is just is part of our team, another one of our partners that we're so proud of and love to work with. Let's see, we got Greg Benz and Brandy Unique, the Deaf Dancer Mims. Okay. Sometimes I just need to read first and last names. And okay, so just checking. I just want to give everybody the shout out. And there's Robin waving. Shelley Mober is watching. Hope I pronounced that right. And so what else we got coming up? We got Governor's Arts Awards that are
first the Arts and Education.
Education
roster deadline is also Friday.
That's right. If you want to get listed on our Arts and Education roster, if you are a teaching artist and you want to be a teaching artist, or you are interested in being listed on our Arts and Education roster, for consideration, you'll need to apply by tomorrow afternoon. And again, that is also on our website, arkansasarts.org. And just get on there, and this is especially for those of you who are conducting, have adapted well to online content, online presentation in our current pandemic. If you have developed those skills and are interested in conducting art programs through virtual learning, alternative methods of instruction, I encourage you to apply, because that's a skill that is very much in demand right now, as schools struggle with the decisions of how and when to go back to school, to reopen, whether however that pans out, I can tell you that virtual learning is going to be a huge part of any discussion. And for us, so many of our art programs, so many of our grant projects that we're funding this year are going to be conducted in large part virtually. So it does take a new way of thinking, and so.
And our roster, we use, that is for our mini grants, right? It's connected to our mini grants?
The mini grants themselves we still have our mini grants, and we are still taking applications for our mini grants, and they are, arts and education mini grants are for hiring teaching artists to usually in schools or nonprofit organizations, arts organizations, to conduct programs that the mini grants are up to $1,000, and they are for I think it's 10 working days or less. They're short-term projects where you hire this is not a gag that I do every time. I just forget to turn my phone on.
And you're right, you do that.
I do that every time. It's like clockwork. Anyway, the arts and education mini grants are great because they're small. They're only up to $1,000, but they allow an organization or a school to hire a artist in residency on a short-term basis, and it's just a great flexible grant program to allow folks to, if you need to incorporate an art program to supplement any kind of learning, whether it's science or another, art instruction, mathematics. We are certainly believers in in integrating the arts into all levels of the curriculum, and so I encourage you to take a look at that. We also, arts and education, the AIE mini grants, we also use them the mini grant program also covers lifelong learning. It's programs for adults from 18 to 800, and that's so we certainly encourage if you have we see a lot of applicants from senior living centers or area agencies on aging. We encourage them to use those to bring in artists to conduct programs, because really at any age the arts can be such an improvement in your quality of life. We try to.
That includes art therapy, right? We have funded some of that.
We have funded some art therapy, short-term art therapy, and again, poetry, short-term poetry workshops, things like that. So that's another great part of that program, and also that pool of money also funds our veterans, our veterans arts program that we have been working with veteran service centers, organizations around the state that conduct programs specifically targeting veterans, and they are those grants are available to nonprofit organizations that are working with veterans. If you're an artist, if you're a teaching artist who is working with veterans, and you talk to whatever organization that you work with, and get them to apply. We again, arkansasarts.org. Go to our page, click on our web or grants tab. Check it out, because we're gonna by the end of this decade, we are gonna have probably well over 250,000 veterans and active duty military in this state. Our active duty military population is rather small. We don't have many facilities, but we have a lot of veterans, and a lot of those veterans really benefit from art programs, whether it's art therapy, whether it's just just the ability to express their experiences. Anyway, we are we are definitely encouraging artists to take a look at that, teaching artists to work with veteran populations. So give us a holler, check out that grant, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. But so now, can I talk about Governor's Arts Awards?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Just a heads up that next month we'll be sending out packets for nomination packets for Governor's Arts Awards. Governor's Arts Awards, of course, they're the series of awards that we award. How many times can I say that word? Every year in the spring, and they recognize patrons, corporate sponsors, individual artists, folk art purveyors, and even there are even usually sometimes I was going to say dealer's choice, but anyway, eight usually have eight categories that we award in, and we are it's really the reception that we generally have in the spring, usually in March, at the Governor's Mansion, where we make the awards. Is I've always said that's kind of the high holy day for the Arkansas Arts Council now. Recognizing that it was canceled this year and we were not able to do it in real life, and so and we'll see what happens next year. So, but either way, it's a great way to if you receive a nomination packet or you are interested in nominating someone, take a look at that packet. We'll be sending them out to the people on our mailing list. If you want to be on that mailing list, go ahead and contact Sherry LaFew through our website, arkansasarts.org, and she can get you on there.
We also have forms that they can fill out online. We have forms that you can fill out online too. So if you have any questions, call Sherry or email Sherry. And yeah, we certainly encourage you to start thinking about who you'd nominate, and who you feel deserves this honor. And so, what else we got? What other kind of trouble? Arts Voice Arkansas. We have that continuing. Arts Voice Arkansas is really just our program, or just project where we're continuing to encourage kids K through 12 who are at home to this summer to show us what you're doing. Show us your art. What are you creating? Whether it's visual art, whether it is dance, whether it is performance of any kind. If it's a performance, we certainly want you to videotape. Nobody videotapes anything. We encourage you to record it and send us a video. You can send it to Scarlett, and is that the preferred way? It could be me or Derica, or
okay.
As long as you can send it in.
Yeah, just get it to Scarlett or Derica Morning, who's our Arts and Education Program Manager. We will display your work on our social media platforms. We've seen some really great work, and we're just excited to see. I'd like to see more video, though. I want to see more performance. I want to see, where are my theater? Where are our theater kids? Let's see some Death of a Salesman. Let's see some Hamilton. I don't know. I mean, are we going to be violating copyright law? I don't know. I think there's got to be a fair use clause in here somewhere. I think so. But yeah. Anyway, where's some Hair? Let's have some Hair. Let's go back to the classics. Hair. West Side Story.
I feel pretty.
That's right. Are you a shark or a jet?
We have a Get Smart that's coming up for budgeting.
Man, we've got a bunch of them coming up, don't we? Yeah.
That one's online, though, that you can register and it's free.
Right. Right. What's the date on that one? We've got
the August the 13th.
August the 13th, that's our Get Smart, that's our budgeting workshop.
For budgeting for grants, and Jess is in that one.
Right, and we're going to have a guest star on that one. We're going to have Jess Anthony, our very own life of the party grants program manager. He is going to be he's going to be appearing on that in that virtual workshop to talk about how to put together your budget for the grants, and
so it could help people apply for our grants.
That's right. That's right. He is basically telling you the secrets, all the secrets of how to apply for our grants. So yeah, that's right. You know, he's giving away the missile codes. So this is it. So it's here's a tip. Here's a spoiler alert. The password is password. So yeah. What else?
Well, we're working on putting together something special for the Arkansas Living Treasure.
Arkansas Living Treasure. Do we have a date though?
We do.
Do we know what is the date now?
October 8th.
October 8th. We're going to have a virtual reception for Michael Warwick. He is this year's Living Treasure award recipient from the Arkansas Arts Council. He is, of course, a metal sculptor of great renown, and I'm going to go out and say that Michael Warwick is a beloved figure. Considering the amount of feedback that we got when the panel chose Michael as this year's recipient. It's just incredible, the outpouring of former students and colleagues who have contacted us to wanting to know when we were going to be able to honor Michael. We usually have those receptions in May, and of course everything we had was canceled in May, but we want this for Michael, and certainly all of his friends. All of his friends out there and former students want to celebrate his award this year, and so we will be holding that on October 8th, and we'll have more on time and how to sign in on that, but kind of save the day, save that evening, because we're gonna celebrate Michael Warwick in our Living Treasure for 2020. So, have you done any art?
Oh, well, yes.
Would you like to show me? Here we go. Now, here's the thing about Scarlett. Scarlett is constantly sketching. I love that.
Thanks. It's from Mosaic. There's a Zoom meeting. Zoom is really hard to sketch from, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, it could just be my camera or everybody else's camera, but everybody has this slight distortion, and then the shadows are all messed up.
I would do a screen cap and like and do it, take my time with it. But the last time I did screen caps or recording of any Zoom meetings, everybody stopped using their camera when they talked to me. So people get really touchy about that when you don't ask. So
that's funny.
Anyway, talking about you, Drika. So let's see, what else we got?
You've been doing some art. I saw your art on Facebook.
My art, yeah. I've been
stencil thing.
I've been
really awesome.
making noise, and I'm sorry I don't have. If we were, I had thought that if I was going to do this at home from my studio, that I would actually have it on display. But it's a multi-layered stencil, basically made from a photograph that I took about 20 years ago, and it's the only work I ever had in the Delta exhibition in 20 years ago, so I'm a little behind. But
did you actually by hand do cut out the stencil?
It's really, I just printed it out. I actually had a print, the layers printed at Staples, and just laid them out and cut out the stencils kind of with an X-Acto knife, and I had all this. I have all this spray paint left over from various projects, so I just used about 4 colors and spray painted it. It turned out all right. You can tell what it is, and it's the first time I've ever done it. So, but I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by, of course, the guys like Shepard Fairey or Banksy who do such amazing multi-layer stencils. I mean, fairly complicated multicolor. Graffiti art essentially, and
that's why I asked, because I have such trouble cutting things out. I've never been good at sewing either, and so like this, I love the ideas of stencils, but then when you get to cutting them, it's like so tedious.
It's frustrating for me too, especially when you're outside standing over this big board in the heat, and I mean you can see, and I posted pictures on my Facebook, and you can literally see big pools of my sweat on the image and on the paper, and that paper doesn't hold up real well with sweat on it. But
did you get a thicker paper? Just curious here.
No, I just wanted something cheap I could just cut and spray paint over. So no, I didn't. If I was a real pro, I would use Mylar, and because that way you can just and it would have gauge marks and everything on it. Yeah, I'm not a pro.
I've seen them for murals use it's like a foam, but it's squishier.
There's no telling.
Anyway,
if I go pro, that's what I'll do.
Let's go pro.
It'll be like the new Shepard Fairey.
Why not?
But
we'll meet up at night, and I can.
If this gig doesn't work out, that's what I'll do. I'll become a professional, high-profile graffiti artist.
I like this plan.
I like that too.
Okay.
Yeah. Jail, I wouldn't do well in jail.
Well, don't get caught.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, what else we got here? There's Legenia Spiller-Bearden, another one of our usual suspects. Let's see. TJ Medell. Well, we got the whole family here.
TJ's great.
Yeah. We've got the... Anyway, everybody's watching. Nobody has any questions. So, anyway, guys, again, Small Works on paper tomorrow. You got to make this happen. There's no excuse for you not to. If you're a visual artist, if you've got something, if you've got anything that you have been thinking about submitting, now's the time. We are, like I said, we are down a little bit from years previous, and we need more submissions. This is a good chance for you to show us what you've been doing, during the apocalypse, that and foraging for food. And so if you have something, please submit it, and we would love to see it as part of the exhibition. And just especially if you're new, if you have never been in Small Works before, just make sure get on the registry, get your work submitted by tomorrow afternoon. It's really easy. It's all online, arkansasarts.org. So, what, have I missed anything? Have we failed to abuse anybody? Have we? Okay.
No,
what are we doing? How are we doing on time? Do I need to dance?
Oh, are you gonna dance?
Not yet. Okay. Probably not. But no.
Okay.
But
I got really excited there for a minute.
No. You got to remember, this is archived. This could be a problem. I don't want anything coming up in my my Senate hearings. When I'm nominated to a cabinet post. But anyway, which is is imminent. So with that, I guess we're going to wrap it up. But you guys, as always, we appreciate you joining in. Appreciate those of you that are here now, those of you that check in with us later, and that all of you that work with us, on our programs, our partners out there. It's we rely on the artists and arts organizations around the state who are actually doing the work. We are just a support system and a resource. We work hard to be that for you. So continue to do the good work. Keep on creating, and we'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.